All right, that was quick. That's what she said. Hello, everybody. My name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics. And today we are going to do my sneak peek video for my auction that is coming up on Sunday, August 24th. So the next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, of course, the year of 2025. And this is your chance to watch the video and have up until the day of the auction to contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, make an offer on any of the comics. And if I accept that offer, you don't have to worry about seeing the comic on the auction. So you don't have to worry about missing the auction or being outbid or being in a bidding war and spending more than you have to. So a lot of people take advantage of that. If you want to, that's up to you. Now, obviously, I don't go into full detail. I'll just show the front and back of the book. I'll do the main stuff the day of the auction. So if you're interested in a book and you want more details, you can just ask. I have no problem with that because, I'm not going to be hiding anything, obviously. And then there's something new for my Patreon members. If you become one of my paid Patreon members at patreon.com/we love comics, not only will you get your name shouted out every single video that I do, but if you see on the bottom of the screen, you can see that any paid members have 1 week before I do the sneak peek video to contact me again at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, request the list of books that's going to be up for auction, and can make an offer before anybody else can even see it in the sneak peek, and 2 weeks before the actual auction. So I had a couple of the Patreon members actually ask me for lists, but no one ever made any offers on any comics. So that means every book that I'm going to be putting in the auction as of now is up for sale. As I warn people all the time, especially if you're new to my channel, some anywhere between 95 and sometimes up to 100% of my sales for my auctions happen before or after the auction. I only get maybe one or two, maybe three sales during the auction. I've had several times where I've had zero sales during the live auction, but sold half the books. So be very careful if you're interested in a book trying to wait for the auction to happen, because there are plenty of people who will snipe them by taking advantage of watching videos like this. So, shout out to Sith, Michael, Kevin, Dan, Herbert, Annabelle, Jason, Kim, Blessed, Joey S., Ashton, Kendall Kid Comics at YouTube, on Instagram at Scott WU077, Facebook at Stephen L. Turk Author, and Instagram at Silver Age Surfer _comics. So if you become a paid Patreon member, you will get your name up there shouted out every single video. And if some miraculous state we get to 20 paid members, which we are as of now, and I haven't checked in the past week, so it may change. If we get up to 20 paid members or more, we have giveaways that we're going to give away, and we do raffles for it. For every $2 you contribute, you get one entry. So you could pause that to see all the information. Now, before I show the books, even if you're not doing the auction and you make an offer, the discounts for cash, check, and money order will apply. Also, payment plans are available if you need them. Obviously, if you pay for it in full, you get the comic right away. It's always going to be shipped priority mail domestically, of course, because otherwise it'd be like $150 internationally. I will ship internationally, but keep in mind the prices are high for shipping and handling. That's not me trying to make a profit. That's, the Postal Service. And it beats swimming it across the river, so keep that in mind. But I will ship anywhere overseas. So if you need a payment plan, I'll go over that really quick. But you could pause this. This is for the auction. It shows some of the discounts. I'll go into that in further detail on the auction, or again, you can message me. And these are the payment plans. So any comic and now I'm talking, if you buy multiple comics, I will include these payment plans. So let's say, for example, the bottom one, the first one, $3.99 to $5.99. If you buy two books and they total 400, it would qualify still for the 2 month payment plan. So even though if you bought below that, you'd have to pay for it within 1 month. If you buy multiple books and it goes to a level, you can qualify for that. Again, if you're interested in it, keep in mind, I have to do this because I have about 20 people that have bought previous auctions, some that go as far back as 2-year payment plans. If we make an agreement and you make your deposit, it has to be within 24 to 48 business hours maximum. If somebody sends me an offer and I agree, and you do not make the deposit or pay for it within 48 business hours and without an email, you lose the chance of being able to get it and somebody else can take it. Also, um, once you're in a payment plan, please mark it in your calendar so I don't have to message you every month to remind you of your payments, because late payments without emails in advance are a $10 late fee. Because I just got to make sure, because there are some people that I have to message every single month. And when I got 20, 30 different emails I got to make, it's not that easy. So please do your due diligence with this. And if I understand life gets in the way sometimes. If you need an extra day or two, just let me know. Don't not message me and leave me hanging. It's just not the right way to go. I would never do that to you. So all I ask for is the same energy that I give out. So with that being said, you can pause all that at any time. I'm going to just go through the quick run. And then if you're interested in any of these, again, you can reach me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. You can ask for more information if you want it. But most of the books are actually new to this one. I was originally just going to relist all of the books from the previous one that didn't sell, but it was only like 5 books. So I think I kept like 2 or 3 of them, and the rest are all new. So you haven't seen these in at least an auction in a while. So the first one, we always go from lower to higher, the quote unquote worst comic to the best. So this is the worst comic on my list, if you even want to say it's worse. So somebody that wants a lower grade version where they can own the book and not have to pay a fortune. This is Batman number 251. It is a 1.8 with off-white to white pages. For 1.8, not that bad of a condition. Does have graders notes, but I'll go over that if you email me or during the auction. But you can see for a 1.8, it's not, it's not horrible. You can see there is a little bit of a piece missing there. So if you are interested in that book, it's peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Next up, we got a signed book. And I'm not mentioning prices because that's for the auction. This is your chance to contact me and say, hey, I'd give you $25,000 for that book. And if you do that, you're crazy. But what I'm saying is, if you make me an offer and I accept it, it never sees the light of day in the auction. All right, next up, we got Fantastic Four. This is issue number 29. It is a Stan Lee story. It is also signed by the late, great Stan Lee, verified 3.5 with off-white to white pages. So I just show the back. And you can see this book may not have been pressed because you can see there's wrinkles. So every now and then I'll forget to tell them, or they may forget to do it. This one looks like one of those times where this book potentially could be cracked open and repressed, but I will never guarantee that will, increase the grade. But you can see overall, I mean, you can see a color break increase there, but it's, again, not in horrible shape for a 3.5. So if you're interested in a Stan Lee signed book, early X-Men, again, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And by the way, if anybody can thumb up this video, if they appreciate what I do or had positive experiences with my auctions, please, if you could do that, it helps support the channel and gets the message out there. And anybody that shares this, also appreciated. All right, next up, I don't think I've sold one of these in a while. For any of you looking to get a higher grade, not 9.8, so you're not spending thousands of dollars, but this is Amazing Spider-Man number 300, first full appearance of Venom, iconic classic cover, newsstand variant at a respectable 8.0, off-white to white pages, and you could see they did list that it is newsstand. And again, especially when you have a book that has a lot of black on the back, it tends to show, if you have a lower grade book, exposes all of the flaws. So 8.0 for a newsstand is not that bad at all. And remember, newsstands tend to be on average about 7 to 10% of a total print run. So if you're looking for a, not rare, obviously, but rarer version of this book, just contact me before the auction or take your chances and wait for the auction. It seems like I have one of these almost every single auction. People request it all the time because I literally have like 10 or 15 copies. I still have at least one, if not two, of these that I haven't even yet graded yet. But that's the benefit of buying multiple copies, because you can sell them or you can trade them to get something else that you need. So I got another Hulk 180 for sale. It's a nice, respectable 5.5. Now, this is a book I got graded myself, so it's 100% guaranteed that the Marvel value stamp is in there, because I sent this in myself. So you don't have to worry about, somebody on eBay does a bait and switch, and, the CGC problems where people would changing the books and things like that happened. You don't have to worry about that purchasing straight from me. I'll show the back. So again, for a mid-grade book, nice and clean, nice and white. But this, of course, is the first appearance of Wolverine, of course, albeit in a cameo, but still respectable 5.5 grade. So if, like I said, a bunch of people have asked me to keep selling these, and, while I have a couple of them, I'll take advantage of it. Because you can see right here, I got a 9.0, so I don't mind selling some of the lower grade books. So peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com if you're interested in that book. This is a book. It's a Golden Age book. I believe it's a Golden Age. 1949, so yes, it absolutely is. This is Sad Sack #1. This is the first appearance of Lil Dot. So if you're old like me, you'll know that Sunday newspaper character. It's in the Richie Rich lore, I believe, but it's a 3.0, so not bad at all for a first appearance of Lil Dot. You could see, oh, sorry, showed the wrong spot. Say first appearance of Lil Dot, or Little Dot. So it is a minor key, but still not a book you see very often. I'll show the back, and again, for a 3.0, doesn't look bad at all. So if you're interested in adding a first appearance Golden Age book of a fairly known character, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, or again, you could wait for the auction. This is one I had in the other auction, but I don't know how I did this, but somehow during the auction, I skipped this book. Now, when I was redoing the books at the second half of that auction, I realized that mistake and showed it. So if you didn't watch until the end of the auction, you would have missed this book. So I thought, to me, it's a no-brainer to bring this one back, because it is a key book. It's a lower grade, but say it with me, low grade is better than no grade. This is Fantastic Four #3. This is the first appearance of their costumes, their Fantastic Car, and the Fantastic Four headquarters. A nice, manageable 1.8, because this book in higher grade is going to be very expensive. It has off-white to white pages. And again, now those wrinkles is just because this has that self-adhesive flap, and for some reason it kind of wrinkles up. So that's not the comic, or it's not the, case warping or anything. That's just the bag. But you can see for a 1.8, now it does have that piece missing that goes all the way around. That's pretty much why this book is a 1.8. It's got some wrinkles and everything, and it's obviously a book that's been loved. But it's a way to get a very key book, especially if you cannot afford Fantastic Four #1. It does have significance. Lower grade makes it a lot more affordable for people. So again, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com if you're interested in owning that book. Next up, we got a high grade Silver Age first appearance. Love this one. I actually thought it was going to come back in a higher grade, but I really can't complain. So this is Amazing Spider-Man #46. This is the first appearance of the Shocker. We got a 9.0. So if you're looking for a high grade first appearance of the Shocker, who has been rumored to be in the next Spider-Man movie, and you can see the back, again, looks great. I remember when I got this book, I knew it was going to be in the 9s. And it has white pages, by the way. So if there's somebody that likes higher grade books, first appearance of the Shocker, here's your opportunity. And again, white pages. So that's a great book to add to somebody's collection if you're interested. Peacefulfeelings at yahoo.com. Next up, a lot of people out there in the comic book community talk about rarity of books and how certain books are just not rare, so they don't think they're worth getting. I disagree with that because you can have 1 million copies, and if 2 million people want a book, well, then you have 1 million people that have to fight over it and pay whatever they can to get it. This is a one of a kind book. This is Wolverine Origins. This is issue number 9. It's a 9.4, but with white pages. But see that almost about 3/4 of this page has a Herb Tramp not only signature but sketch. That's not a remark because a remark is a little like a little two dots for eyes and a little face that kind of recognized as a character. That's a full-on sketch from the late grade of Herb Trimp, where you could see right there he also signed. But not only is it signed and remarked by Herb Trimp, it is signed by Dan Kemp, Lynn Wine, Dan Way, Steve Dillon, and Joe Casada. So 6 signatures on this book, and again, a nice sized Wolverine in costume and with claws, again, taking up about 3/4 of the book. That book is a one of a kind book, and I'll show the back. So if you're looking for a piece that no one else has, and who isn't looking for a piece, contact me at peacefulfeelings at yahoo.com, and you can own a one of a kind signed book. And again, Len Wein is one of the co-creators of Wolverine, who sadly passed away. All right, we got a key Golden Age first appearance of a major character. Well, no, technically not a first appearance, but I'll explain it so it makes sense. Low grade book. Say it with me. Low grade is better than no grade because mid grades and high grades of this book, you're talking in the multiple thousands. This is Action Comics number 27. You could see it's got a lot of tape, but that's not considered restoration. It's a 1.8, so it is a lower grade. I'll show the back, but then I'll show you the significance. So this book has seen better days. Looks like somebody dropped it in a puddle in their basement or something, but it's complete, it's intact, no restoration. But here's the significance. That is the first time Lois Lane has ever appeared on a Superman cover. So they actually made a mistake, and I don't know if I was the one that they listened to, but I remember years ago when I noticed, because they originally said for years, CGC said Action Comics 28 was her first cover appearance. But then I opened this book up when I got it and saw this character in the actual book listed and notified as Lois Lane and pointed that out. I sent it to CGC. All of a sudden it changed. So I don't know if anybody else did it. I don't know if I was the one that got the credit for it. I don't care. But they have now established and confirmed that this book, not Action Comics 28, is Lois Lane's first cover appearance. So this is a fairly significant book. 1.8 tan to white to tan to off-white pages. So if you're looking for a piece of Golden Age history, 1945, Peaceful Feelings at yahoo.com. Definitely not an easy book to obtain. This is a book that was from the previous auction. I actually had a person make an offer which I accepted, only to never hear from them again. So I gave them opportunities. They just decided not to contact me. So their loss is possibly your gain. So I am reselling the Fantastic Four number 48, first appearance of Galactus in a cameo, and first appearance of the Silver Surfer. Nice, solid mid-grade, 5.0, with off-white to white pages. This one, yes, it does have graders notes. I was going to say, because this is one I sent in when I first brought up the idea of graders notes. So you could see this is before they changed the label, but the graders notes are on there. So if you're interested in inquiring the first appearance of Silver Surfer, because remember, they did Silver Surfer in this movie, but it was the female version. What if they bring, the original Silver Surfer? Well, he's not on the cover, but the original Silver Surfer. That's going to bring this in high demand. So this book is not a one and done character. And even if it was, Galactus and Silver Surfer, get your chance to get that book by either contacting me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, or you can take a chance on the auction. Here's another one where I have several copies of this book. I've been very fortunate with that. This is a lower grade, but not super low, but say it with me as usual. Low grade is better than no grade. This is another book that's requested for me to sell all the time. And luckily, because I had a couple of copies, I can be able to sell them to somebody that's interested. This, of course, is Amazing Spider-Man number 14, first appearance of the Green Goblin, and the only time he's on his magical vacuum cleaner, because I'll say it all the time, his next appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 17 is when he has his glider that he uses from then on. It is a 3.0 off-white pages. There is tape on the interior cover, but again, that is not considered restoration. You'd see there's a little bit of writing, but, no big deal, because anybody that's going to put this on their wall, for example, they're going to show the front. So you could see somebody decided to put a cross out on his face. So it's not in perfect condition, but, for 3.0, you pay a 3.0 price. You don't have to worry about spending tens of thousands of dollars for a 9.0. So if you're interested in that key issue, you know what to do. All right, another key book. I sold one of these, not the previous auction, but the one before that. So I had another copy I thought I would sell for people that were interested, because a couple people actually asked for this, and only, obviously, one person can win it. This, obviously, is Avengers number 4, the return of Captain America from the Golden Age, so first Silver Age appearance, because remember, they had, I think it was Tales of Suspense before this, but it was just it wasn't actually Steve Rogers. It was kind of a test run, like what they did with Supergirl and the Superman issues. So this is his actual first Silver Age reappearance since the Golden Age. Iconic cover, Avengers number 4 in a nice, respectable 4.5 grade. So pretty much mid-grade, off-white to white pages. And I'll show the back of the book. So it does have some rust on the staple, and that's not shadowing, that's literal shadows. But only on the one staple. But you're allowed to have stuff like that with that grade. But overall, as you could see, colors present well, and you could see my auctions, I'm not selling filler runs, I sell key issues, books that people want. So if you want that book, you know what to do, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, or take the chance of a bidding war during a live auction. All right, 2 more books. These are big boy books. These are not cheap, but they're also not easily obtained. These are where the payment plans will come in handy. But we'll get into that if somebody makes an offer or somebody wins during the auction. For Golden Age fans, Submariner issue number 6. Alex Schomburg cover, a respectable 4.0. This book is gorgeous, and the only reason it is a 4.0 when it should be, and I'll show you the back, this should be like a 7.0 or higher. The reason it's a 4.0 is the cover is detached. So the highest grade this book can get is a 4.0. So again, if this book did not have a detached cover, this would easily be a 7.0 or higher. This book is gorgeous. So it's a 4.0 with off-white to white pages. Just so you can see. So a book from 1942. Go look up early Alex Schomburg covers for the Golden Age. And you're talking multiple thousands of dollars, even in low grade. So this is not a cheap book by any means, but still pretty affordable when you look at... I'm selling this, or potentially selling this, for cheaper than what some of the higher numbered Submariner comics go for. Like, I could not find a Submariner comics number 6. I could find like a 14 or a 17 or a 20. and they were higher priced in the same grade than this book. And again, I mean, look at the detail and the coloring from a golden age book that not many people can say they own. So if you're interested in that book, payment plan will definitely be advantageous for you if you need it. But obviously, if you have the money to pay for it in full, I mean, first of all, God bless you. But you get it right away because I send every time somebody completes their payment, I send the book out within 24 business hours of payment received. If I can't do it for some strange reason, like, something happens where it prevents me, I don't just not message you. I message you and let you know. All right. Last but not least, this was in the last auction. Again, I had a couple of people ask about it, but no one pulled the trigger. Here's your chance. It is a restored grade. It is a 0.5. But again, go look at what a 0.5 of this book, go look at what a coverless version of this book sells for. This, of course, is Fantastic Four issue number 1. First appearance of the Fantastic Four. It is a CGC 0.5 for those who prefer or only will buy CGC books. It has a facsimile front cover. It has the wrong back cover. And I'll get into the rest during the auction, or you can message me. But it's a 0.5 restored, light tan to off-white pages. It is complete. So the restoration is like I talked about, and I think there's some trimming on this, but again, I'll go into that during the auction, or if somebody's interested and you message me, I'll let you know about it and give you all the information you need. But here's a chance to have a complete Fantastic Four number 1 at it. It's not going to be a $10 book, obviously, but a 0.5 of this book unrestored. A 0.5 of this book on eBay sells for $5,000, and then you're paying about $350 and up in taxes, depending on your state. Because different states have different tax levels. So you're adding at least another $350 on top of the $5,000 in hopes that the person is legit and mails it to you and mails it without putting it in a manila envelope. So those are the books. Once again, if you need the payment plans, those are there available for you. Here's the auction rules if you want to pause it and read some of that before the auction. Ways to pay: Cash App, Venmo. And again, if you pay with cash, check, or money order, there are different discounts for sending cash. You will also, if you send cash, you'll get free domestic shipping and also a free comic. I have many people, as a matter of fact, if you saw a video I did last week, I actually show somebody's payment for their book, a partial payment anyway. I've had people send for months cash from overseas. As soon as the payments are done, they get their book. So I take a lot of pride in being very reliable. So if anybody's ever ordered from me before in my auctions, if you'd like to leave a comment to share your experiences, I would appreciate that. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. There's for the contest of the giveaways if we get to 20 paid members. Again, if you join my patreon.com/WeLoveComics and you become a paid member, you get the ability to request a list of these books a week before the sneak peek video and 2 weeks before an auction. So the auction is next Sunday. That is the 24th of September. I'm sorry, of August. I don't know why I said September. At 3 p.m. Eastern time. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you want to critique the AI art, by all means, please do. If you want to leave a comment after the beep, I always appreciate and respond. So let's give a shout out to GT Key Comic and Punisher XS. Also, X Daredevil says hello. All three of you are today's surprise subscriber shout outs. So if you are interested in any of these, you can contact me. I see I already actually have an email from somebody requesting. So I'll respond right away and we'll see what kind of offers he made. So again, 95% and sometimes up to 100% of my sales from my auctions happen before or after the auction. Because what I also do is after the auction is done, people have up to 1 week after the auction is finished to be able to purchase any of the unsold books or any books that somebody won but didn't honor their payment. So keep in mind that even if you miss the auction, I give people a week afterwards to have that opportunity to still take advantage of those prices. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go relax, have a great day with your family, and don't forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. I look forward to the 2 or 3 comments. I look forward to the 2 or 3 subscribers. And don't forget to have your trolls spayed or neutered. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you next video, and I'll see the rest of you on my auction at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on August the